agree with you when you ask that question? Would you agree that the quality of our food is decreasing? Who's not going to agree with you on that, right? So now they've said yes twice. You see where I'm going with this? Okay. So then you say, well, you know what I found out about those environmental toxins? They hang out in your fat tissue. And if you just diet and exercise, what happens, you might lose weight, but you'll become more toxic because now you don't have that extra fat protecting you from that toxic load. In fact, if I'm talking to an athlete, I point out the guy in the middle who's exercising skinny but toxic, okay, inside. So that's when I talk to the athletes, that's what I'm showing them. And if you try to diet and exercise simply, you know, a lot of these weight loss programs, what happens is that you might lose weight, but you're going to bounce right back as soon as you stop doing whatever you're doing, and you're going to be more prone to store fat, actually, okay? So what do we want to do? We want to shed the fat. How do we do that? The answer is more fruits and vegetables than you can actually eat in your diet today, because the world is so toxic, you can't eat your way there anymore. Of course, the best things you can eat are more fruits and vegetables, but this is why I supplement every day with 45 plants. And if you haven't done this program and done it with 2 shakes a day, that second shake is a game changer. It's a complete game changer. And we have lots of resources for you now to show, like Dr. Du Bois and all these people talking about, you know, things like glycemic load or the protein content to help you out. There are more and more resources, you know, out there to help you explain it. I also say, you know, when you eat that orange, do you eat the rind of that orange? No, well, it's in the juice plus. Most of the nutrients are in the rind of the orange. So you want to point out how great these products are. Then I talk about the fact, did you know that willpower is a function of blood sugar? And this is when I ask questions like, what did you eat yesterday? What did you eat the day before? And if they say, oh, I had a bowl of pasta and wine, yeah, you know what happened with that bowl of pasta and wine? Or the Starbucks and the scone, right? What happened is that you had a mocha breve latte cappuccino frappuccino thing, and then it cost you 20 bucks, and then your blood sugar went whoop, and then 2 hours later, you ate everybody. Because your blood sugar's down here, right? So then, what you want to do is, like, ideally, you should just be eating bowls of broccoli, or, you know, leafy greens. But who's actually going to do that meal after meal after meal? That's where the complete comes in. It raises your blood sugar like a bowl of broccoli would. Not too high, not too low. And if you don't understand the sugar thing, it's the fiber. If you look at the sugar and the fiber content of Juice Plus Complete and compare, you can Google what is the, you know, what if broccoli came with a nutrition facts label, or apples, and you would see the sugar and the fiber ratios are very much the same. So we want to be in this zone of willpower. If you do this twice a day, then you have willpower to make other changes. It's a low glycemic load food that stabilizes your blood sugar. It's vegan, it's non-GMO, it's gluten and dairy free, it's all plant-based proteins, and more importantly, gut health and the microbiome is sort of like the buzzwords of today. And this is prebiotics. That means it's food. The fiber and the oligosaccharides that are in there, they are food for the good bacteria in your gut. And that's what you need. And that first 3 days of detox, that's just you dying off. That's just the bad microorganisms, the bad bacteria dying off, and the good ones taking over. So you got to get through those first 3 days of changing your gut health. Yes, there might be a little bit of, you know, gas. So, just die off. When can you do this? It's a great way to start the day. Healthy breakfast, pre or post workout drink, afternoon late. And if you're craving, like one of the rules of the Shred 10 is to not eat late. But if you're really, you know, jonesing for a meal, you can have a shake. So it's because it's not hard to digest. Okay, so that's it. How hard is that? That's easy peasy, right? It's better than explaining what you do. Now throughout, one other thing I do is I stress over and over again, it's a minimum 4-month commitment. I know I said shred 10, but it's a minimum 4-month commitment. And I try to say that like 20 times while I'm talking to people. Did I mention that it's a 4-month commitment? Oh, by the way, our products come in a 4-month supply. Okay, that's what I taught my team to say. Our products come in a 4-month supply. Okay, so you're going to eat more real food. For 4 months, you're going to take your Juice Plus, your capsules, and your omegas now, and you're complete, and drink plenty of water, exercise most days, sleep 7 to 8 hours. These are very important. These are things you're going to do. Eliminate gluten and dairy because they're inflammatory foods. Caffeine and alcohol. We all know these aren't good for us. Processed foods, artificial and refined sugars, and not eating late night meals. And we will support you, and I will do this with you. As I said, I do this once a month myself, so I will support you. Now, one of the reasons I love this is people are getting results. The other thing is when I'm doing a Shred 10, it's easier for me to do customer care for 10 days. I'm full on with that new person with customer care for 10 days, which has really changed the nature of our business. I love it. The retention has gone up, and these are the results we see. People are craving more fruits and vegetables. They're at a healthier weight. They're getting better recovery from workout, improved sleep, energy, healthier hair, nails, and skin, improved regularity, and increased mental clarity. That's a big one because their blood sugar is being stabilized, and that's huge. So again, managing that muffin top and brain fog is sort of what I talk about a lot. And it's not just for weight loss. We have lots of videos. Weight loss is something that happens when you start to make all these positive changes. The fat just comes off because you're getting rid of the toxins. On the other hand, your lean body, you become stronger, your bones become stronger, your organs become stronger when you follow these guidelines and take your Juice Plus. And of course, we're backed by all this research. This is also part of the pitch book. And finally, the price. This is the best part. I usually ask people, what's your favorite liquid toxin? Coffee, alcohol, right? For the we're in California. A glass of decent Chardonnay costs you $12, right? For anything drinkable. I'm choosy. So for $6 and change, you can get pretty much two meals, or the foundation of a meal anyway, with the shake and your Juice Plus capsules. That's really, really reasonable. I really talk about, you can even, in Canada, less than $10 a day anywhere around the world, really. So that's really awesome, and people don't mind. They're buying a program, so the price point is not really a big concern. Okay. Again, the results are not just about weight loss. I want to share with you a story.
My name's Tim Emmett. I'm a professional climber. I've been a professional climber for 17 years. 2 days ago, I managed to climb my hardest traditional climb of my climbing career, which I was pretty psyched about. And it's part of a trend, actually. Like 2 years ago, I changed my diet. And ever since I did that, I've climbed my hardest ice climb, my hardest traditional rock climb, my hardest sport route. And I've also won my first international competition. And I really feel like there's more there. I haven't reached my peak yet. I'm 42 years old. And I never thought that my climbing ability would still be going up at this age, but it really is. And I'm convinced that it's down to a different mindset, the way that I'm, the choices that I'm making with my food and my diet. And it's interesting. I started taking the capsules 20 years ago. And the reason for that was because my parents had been taking them for quite some time. I'd shattered my kneecap, and I was on crutches for the first time in my life. And they said, well, if you take this, you'll probably heal quicker. And as soon as I thought about that, it was an instant no-brainer. I wanted to get back climbing as fast as possible. It was a really convenient and obvious way to be able to increase nutrients. But I took it, and I've been taking it ever since, purely because even though I have the intention to eat a lot of fruits and vegetables on a daily basis, when I look back at what I've eaten, it's very rare that I eat anywhere near as much as I'd like to. And the great thing about taking the JP capsules is that every single day you can just take them, and then you know that you're getting that base level of nutrients. And it's like a sort of a platform for good health for me. It's like my insurance policy for being healthy. I saw this plan, so to speak, and it just seemed to make total sense. So I gave it a go, and 30 days later, I felt amazing. But something really interesting happened as well, and that was that I've been stuck at the same sort of level in my climbing for the last 15 years. And all of a sudden, I seem to be able to climb a little bit harder. And I really feel like there's more in the tank. At 42, I am feeling the best that I've ever felt in my life.